My family forgot to include me in Secret Santa 3 years in a row, then blamed me for ruining Christmas. This time, I made sure they finally understood how it felt. I was always the one who got forgotten. Birthday dinners where nobody saved me a seat. Vacation planning where I found out everyone went to the beach together through photos posted online. Group chats that existed without me where they made decisions about holidays and graduations and family events. I would show up to things and realize everyone else already knew details I was never told. My sister would mention the dress code and I would be standing there in jeans while everyone else wore formal attire. My brother would reference an inside joke from a conversation I was never part of. My mother would ask why I did not bring the dish I was assigned when nobody ever assigned me anything. They always had the same excuse. They thought someone else told me. They assumed I already knew. They forgot. It was always an accident. It was never personal. I just needed to speak up more. I just needed to be more present. I just needed to stop being so sensitive about little things that did not matter. The Secret Santa situation was not new. It happened 3 years in a row before last Christmas. The first year, they said the email went to my spam folder. The second year, they said they texted me, but my phone must not have received it. The third year, they said they announced it at Thanksgiving dinner, and I must not have been paying attention. I was paying attention. I was always paying attention. That was how I knew they never said a word about it until the gifts came out, and I was sitting there empty-handed, watching everyone else celebrate. Last Christmas was supposed to be different. I had surgery in November and could not travel for Thanksgiving. I sent messages to everyone explaining the situation. I asked my mother specifically to let me know if they planned anything while I was recovering. She said she would keep me in the loop. She said she would make sure I was included. She said I should focus on healing and not worry about missing anything. They did the Secret Santa drawing at Thanksgiving dinner. Nobody called me. Nobody texted me. Nobody added my name to the hat. I found out on Christmas Day when I drove 3 hours to my parents' house and sat in the living room watching every single person open a gift except me. My mother said she was so sorry. She said it slipped her mind. She said they drew names spontaneously and she forgot I was not there. My sister laughed and said at least I saved $50 this year. My brother said I was being dramatic and that it was just a gift exchange. My aunt offered to run to the drugstore and buy me something to make it even. My father said nothing and watched football like I was not even in the room. I said I did not want a pity gift. I said I wanted to know why this kept happening. I said 3 years in a row was not an accident anymore. My mother got defensive. She said I was making everyone feel guilty over an honest mistake. She said I always found something to complain about at family gatherings. She said maybe if I made more effort to stay connected, I would not miss these things. My sister said I was ruining Christmas by being negative. My brother said I needed to let it go and stop keeping score. My cousin said maybe I should see a therapist if I got this upset over a small oversight. Nobody apologized. Nobody acknowledged the pattern. Nobody admitted that forgetting me was something they did constantly without consequence because I always eventually let it go. I drove home that night. The group chat exploded with messages about how I overreacted and made everyone uncomfortable. My mother said she was disappointed in my behavior. My sister said I was exhausting. My brother said he was tired of walking on eggshells around me. They all agreed I was the problem. I decided to stop being the problem. I decided to stop reminding them to include me. I decided to stop asking questions about plans I was never told about. I decided to let them forget me completely and see what happened. Thanksgiving came around and I said I could not make it because of work. They said okay and did not ask any follow-up questions. They did not seem sad or curious or concerned. They just moved on like they always did when I was not there. I knew they would do the Secret Santa drawing at dinner. I knew my name would not be in the hat. I knew they would assign everyone a person to buy for and nobody would notice I was missing until it was too late. Christmas morning, my mother called sounding panicked. She said something went wrong with the exchange. Full story on channel. Link below.